Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Azizah and I'm from English Education Department. Now I would like to present about my proposal for my final examination. The title is The Implementation of Animation Video Through YouTube in Writing Skill to improve student writing skill in narrative text at Junior High School in Surabaya. The problem of research. The study was conducted to determine student teaching in improving writing skill using textless comics. There are from the three researchers. The study use media in writing skill are used to create imagination student image and they can express it through writing. Other researchers use teaching methods to solve student problem in writing skill. And then at Junior High School in Surabaya, the researchers conducted research due to several factors. First, students have minimal score related to student achievement in learning writing and they do not understand how to make sentences. Second, teachers use a method or conventional media which were not quite interesting for the student and the teacher only explain and instruct them in writing. Third, students do not have idea to write in narrative text. They write using simple words and briefly, and they were not based on context, and text is not coherence and cohesion. And then the use of media, or I choose one of media for problem solving or implementation. From the above problem, the researcher used the other media to support online learning media that can motivate and not boring in the teaching and learning process. One of the media that can be used in teaching and learning process, especially in writing skill, is animation video through YouTube, and this media can be used in offline or online learning. For the reason, researchers used an animation video through YouTube. Students can get ideas in writing by watching animation video. Teacher explained the narrative text material and it must be supported by media which contains an explanation of the structure of the type of narrative text story and how to make narrative text. And then the research question. The first is, can the use of animation video through YouTube to improve student writing skill in narrative text? And then what are the student responses about the use of animation video in writing skill? The objective of the study to determine the use of animated video via YouTube can improve student skills in writing narrative text. To knowing student response about the use of animation video in writing skill. Okay, I would like to tell you about the chapter 2. I will explain a little. My explanation in chapter 2 are more specific than chapter 1. There are the definition of narrative text, English component or the type of narrative text, and how to write in writing skill, and teaching and the use of YouTube animation video and implementation at the class. And then there are theory, and then a lot of theory from the every definition. Okay, in chapter 3, the type and design of the research. This research is classroom external research. This research method used qualitative methods. The research was conducted with the help of the teacher and created a collaborative class in order to achieve good results. Classroom external research is carried out with planning, teaching, evaluation, and reflection strategies. And then research setting, place of the research. This research was conducted in at 45 at the Junior High School Surabaya. Time of the research. This research was conducted for 3 months, and the researcher had to observe, plan, teach, plan for cycle to and analyze the data. And the third, subject and object of the research. The researcher must discuss and collaborate with teachers, students, and then staff and principal. That the subject of the study were students of the grade 8B. And then research procedure. Research conducted observation and interview with teacher and student about the student problem. The researcher and the teacher identified two sources and look for the problem or the weaknesses from the teacher, and then the researcher performed a class action which includes several steps that the research arranged for the class action, and then the researcher find every problem and solve the problem. Therefore, researcher must find a method to apply to its lesson. And then data collection techniques. The researcher took a photo, video, documentation, recording, interview, give questionnaire, and then the last, data analysis. The first step, the research collect data. In this step, the researcher make question, grouping idea, and grouping the data. Okay, I think that's all from my presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.